when I think many people, including myself, sometimes hear mission, we're like, oh boy, here we go. This is going to be like some type of thing on a wall in office space,
Yep.
or
Yep.
some
Yep.
type of kind of lead with integrity type thing from a GE type of company where you're like, all right, well, what does that mean? And does that really have an impact on people on a day-to-day basis? What do you mean when you talk about mission?
Yeah, so I feel similarly to you. I'm distrustful when people say that. It is interesting that at Duolingo, I think it really has to do with this first group of employees that we talked about before that were like pretty big zealots on our mission. That we really, most every decision that we make at Duolingo is very mission oriented. And our mission, there's a statement of the mission that sounds good, and I'll say the statement, but I'll kind of explain it more. So the statement is to develop the best education in the world and make it universally available. The real driving force is we want to make sure that anybody who wants to learn can do so. Now, we're not out there giving people phones or anything like that. We do assume that you have some sort of smart device. And the reason for that assumption is that's just the world is going that way. These days, you can get an Android device for $30. So it is kind of going that way. We make sure that our app works on very low-end Android devices, for example. But we really want to make sure that anybody who wants to learn a language, well, not languages, but we're expanding to teaching other things too, but anybody who wants to learn a language can do so without having to pay us. And this matters to us. And most of the decisions we make are related to this. But one of the things that I think has really affected my thinking, and certainly the company behavior, is we are all really big believers that, yeah, the mission, we like the mission and it's great. We're all really big believers that mission is actually well aligned with the long-term success of our company as a business entity. So as a actual money-making, publicly traded company, it is aligned with a long-term success. And let me kind of explain. For example, we could say tomorrow, you know what, screw it. You have to pay to use Duolingo. My guess is we would, not my guess, I'm pretty sure we would make a lot more money if we did that. Our number of users would go down, but good number of them would also pay us, and we would make a lot more money, and next quarter would be an amazing quarter for us. Like we would. It would be an amazing quarter for us. I don't know the off the top of my head, but our revenue probably would 10x, some crazy number in like one quarter. It would just go nuts. However, what that would do is it would completely stifle our growth. Because the way Duolingo has grown is through word of mouth. We have all these people who use us for free. They don't pay us. We make some money off them from the ads, but most of our money comes from our subscription. But what's really useful about all these people that use us is they use us, they have a good experience, and they tell their friends. And the vast majority of our users, really the overwhelming majority of our users, when you ask them how'd you find out about Duolingo, it's like, yeah, a friend told me, or like my significant other told me, or whatever. It's basically word of mouth. And I really do believe that having a really great free user experience, it's what's best for the business in the long run. Again, not next quarter, but if you take the long view, which we are at Duolingo, we've been at this for 10 years. I'm going to stick around Duolingo probably forever. I really love working here, etc. So my view now is a long-term view. I'm here thinking about the next 10 years, the next 20 years, etc. And I really think that if we do the right thing for our users in terms of like actually being able to learn a language really well and without having to pay us, that is actually what's going to optimize our revenue in the long term. So I believe that. I think most everybody in the company believes that. And I think that alignment has made it so that a lot of decisions are a lot easier, because we do hire a bunch of people who are like, what the hell are you talking about mission? Like, this is people who went to like whatever business school and everything. It's like, well, I'm just here to make money. So we do hire some such people. But I think once they understand that it's not like we don't want to make money. It's not like we really are big believers that there's real long-term alignment here. I think that really, that aligns everybody.